I'm trying to go to the walled garden, but it's gated, so I can't get in there now with the boys. And I've realised I've come out 20 minutes into this walk. I have no hat, so here's my hair. I was asked a question about reincarnation the other day, and if I was to be in a place where a decision was going to be made about my being reincarnated, what did I think I needed to be doing or have done in the past that would get me through the gate towards reincarnation? What? What a question. Absolutely no idea. Because I think I've been living my life, aware of some things, but not necessarily aware of the bigger stuff, the bigger questions. And then it gave me a flashback to Chinese takeaway, of all things. Years ago, I used to do a lot of conferences and events around the UK and a few abroad. And one of the guest speakers we had over dinner the evening before the events, we were just chatting about this, that and the other. A very nice woman. I forget her name. But she just asked me a question about where was my well-formed outcome. What? And then she said, what is your well-formed outcome? So this is 25, 30 years ago. I had no idea. And I think there's been a bit in the back of my mind that's trying to process the answer to this. This is my first knowing introduction to neuro-linguistic programming. It's the way the brain takes on board information and how you can work this and work that to get this or the other. So I didn't really know. I was kind of at a loss, but then I got more into the subject of NLP and became good at it, some would say. But I happened to meet this woman 2 or 3 years afterwards in Drayton Market Harborough, and she happened to be in a coffee shop. I'd popped out from where I was working. I just wanted a decent black coffee or something, and there she was, standing right behind me. Oh, hi, how are you? And she asked me again how she remembered. Where is your well-formed outcome? I had no idea, really. What I did know, though, was the evening before I'd had a Chinese takeaway, and I'd saved some chicken balls for the morning, and I'd eaten those. And when we sat down to have the coffee, I think it was the first liquid that hit my stomach. It didn't work very well with the chicken balls from the night before. So I had to make my apologies and had to go to the bathroom. And I was in there for quite a while, unloading that substance. When I came out, she'd gone. I think she probably thought I got lost in my quest for a well-formed outcome. But I think it's the words we use that can help dictate the journey that we're going to be on. Our words have power. All our words have power. Be it you're a son, a father, a grandfather, a daughter, a wife, a grandmother, a mum, a child, a teacher, whatever you may be, your words have power. And depending on how you use those, you will be able to knock somebody off their track of in their quest to achieve or to be something marvellous. And these little things that we do, the power within a misplaced word or sentiment could take a dream away. It could prevent something magical happening. So I'm trying now to use my words with purpose, deliberately. I don't want to be careless with them. I try not to have an angry word come from my lips, because not only do I think I could interrupt somebody's path to their journey, I could probably be putting a blocker in mine, and I don't necessarily want to be that guy. Yesterday, I went down to see a lovely friend of mine down in Bournemouth, and looking out at the cliffs, and he said, "Oh, on the cliff tops there, we've got goats." Now, I used to live in Bournemouth for years. I've never heard of such a thing. And I thought, yeah, just whatever. I thought he was winding me up. A little later on, he called out, "The goats are here." So I looked out the window, and down below, on the cliff tops, were the goats. And it turned out that the council, rather than paying for a man to do the work and to cut the grass, it was cheaper for them to hire the goats. And the goats would climb the cliff tops, and they'll eat everything. They'll just clear it all. Can you imagine that conversation? Somebody says, "Oh, right, we're not going to have the men doing it. We're going to get an animal to do it." Animals, I think, are more honest. I think they're more true to themselves. They don't seem to get angry or get defensive. They'll have an argy-bargy with another dog. But when it's done, and they just go on to the next walk, be it to a walled garden or just to the park. This quest for a golden life. Have you heard of this temple of truth? My friend from Bournemouth was telling me about this. And I'm like, a temple of truth, apparently it's a wooden building, and the monks carve stuff out on it, etc. But I'm just thinking, what a place to go and visit. And then I thought, well, if I did go and visit, am I ready to go in? Am I ready to face my truth? What is my truth? What do I see within my truth? What do I hear? What do I feel? How do I act within my truth? Am I ready? Am I ready for it? I really don't know. But what's your truth? How would you approach your entrance to this temple of truth? Choose your words wisely. They have power. They have great strength. Keep the faith, be magnificent, and always be kind.